I was born here in Oklahoma City. I mean, not that far from where we are right now, actually. I was born at University Hospital, which is now AIGA Med Center.
Yeah.
And, but before that, right before I was born, my parents lived in California. So, but my dad was from here and my mom was from there. And so he brought her out here to live. And so I went to, I moved away for a little bit, but came back quickly and went to kindergarten at Wilson Elementary, which is just right over here.
Yeah.
And now I live in this neighborhood. So I think that's kind of a little story. But my earliest memories, I know, are just like running up and down these sidewalks. And so I love this neighborhood. And then I ended up moving, I was a suburb kid in the 70s. So, out in northwest Oklahoma City, went to a lot of different public schools and then graduated from Cassidy High School. So,
do you have like a kind of an influence at a young age, or someone that, or just why design? Like, do you have someone that takes you towards that? Are your parents in the design world?
Sure. No.
Okay.
No. But my mother's an art teacher, and I was always very artistic. My grandmother was a painter. My mother's mother, and then my. So anyway, I was drawing and painting from, the minute my mom could put art supplies in my hand, I guess.
Yeah.
And but because my mother was an art teacher, I was a little bit of a rebel. So I kind of, my mom taught art classes in the schools that I grew up in because they didn't have an art program. So she actually volunteered to teach there, and she taught at the art museum. And but at a certain age, I got critiqued by my mother, so I quit taking art classes. So I kind of did this rebel thing where I was like, you can't make me take the art classes. And I continued to do art in kind of my own way, but not much around my mom. It was probably pretty mean, but I started taking it again in high school. And I was really successful with it. I was kind of the kid when I was little that they would say, draw a picture of your dad for Father's Day, at the mall, and I would just win the bike, I was really good at it.
Really good at it.
And mostly life drawing, I loved, my mom started sending me, honestly, I think it's really funny, probably over near the Paseo or on 18th Street when I was in high school. I might have been like 14. My mom would drop me off at this beat up garage with paper, and she would just drop me off there, and there'd be all these people in there, probably 5 or 6 artists in there, and a nude person, and I would just do life drawing all day, and I'm sure my friends are like, what? And I'd be like, she dropped me off at this neighborhood, I didn't know where I was, and then she'd be like, I'll be back this afternoon. So. But that was just something I was actually really good at, and then I didn't really find out about design. I kind of knew I didn't want to be an artist for a living, though. The life drawing, I was just good at, and I lost time. When they talk about, getting in the zone, and you just kind of lose all sense of what time it is. But if someone asked me to paint something, or if I was pressured to paint something, I just kind of shut down. I didn't like that at all. So the thought of doing that all the time. And Oklahoma City at that time, even though we had the Paseo, it was not a place that you could look around and see, I could make a living at this.
Right.
And I had a lot of friends. My next door neighbor, she was always in the arts festival. We had a lot of artists around our community, but it just wasn't. So when I went to school at the University of Kansas, I signed up for the art school because that was the only thing that I could think of that just kind of stood out. Head in this direction, I guess.
Is KU known for having a really good art school?
Yes, okay. But I didn't know that.
Okay.
I went there because it had the top 10 most beautiful campuses in the country. I saw it in a magazine, and
That's brilliant.
I didn't have a lot of resources for that, so I thought, okay, that's close, it's affordable. I could go there, and it's beautiful, which was really important to me because I'm affected by my surroundings. So so I went there. I later found out it was one of the top 10 design schools in the country. So I kind of lucked out.
Yeah.
But I think that when I found design, it was problem solving. And that comes into the second part of my family who are engineers. And so there was just something, and my dad is an accountant and does like business valuation type work. And while I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm mathy, but I see patterns and I love like problem solving, puzzles and things like that. So when I found design, it was just pretty exciting.